Please welcome to the show, Calvin Harris. Bring him to me. There he is. Wow, look at you. My God, you've grown. Oh, my gosh. Come on in. Great. There's my killer dog, Max, in case we have security problems.
Hey, Max.
You call upon Max.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
There's a lot of people in this room, dude.
Yeah, I don't know half of them. You know, Calvin, I'm sure you know how this is now that you're a famous DJ and you've got money rolling in. People just stand around and wait for you to die so they can inherit your fortune. That's what they're all doing, waiting for me to die.
Waiting for him. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
He just made the room smell better, by the way.
You do,
Whatever you're wearing is amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
It's my natural musk.
Okay.
Look how proud he looks of himself right now.
His natural musk.
Natural.
The thing about listening to Calvin Harris music, it takes me to a place that makes me happy. Even if it's a song about something we're dealing with in life that's not always a happy subject, it still makes me feel great about myself. You change my life every time I hear your music.
Oh, man.
It's a
What a
true
lovely
thing.
to say.
It's a true thing.
I am a big fan of combining sad lyrics with happy music. That's like my go-to.
Why is that? Where does
I
that come
don't
from?
know. I think it's an interesting conflict. Like, think about, I mean, We Find Love, there is positivity to the lyrics, but let's say Summer is like a really kind of dark lyric, but which, you know, you could imagine on a completely different sounding record, but because the music's like, it kind of just, I don't know, it's just, it gives it depth, I think. It gives, like, there's a lot of dance music. My whole kind of vibe generally in music is I want to make dance music with emotion and depth and meaning and textures and sonics that don't exist in other dance music. So,
And
like,
it's accomplished every time. I mean,
great to hear.
what we hear. I'm sure you've had some duds that we'll never
I've
hear.
had some terrible music.
Calvin, have you produced like do you have like a bunch of crap somewhere that you'll never let us hear?
No, of course. I've been doing this for more than half my life. I've got like thousands.
Yeah, but you could put that out. People would buy it.
Oh, they
Calvin
would buy it in a
Harris,
second.
the crap.
The crap. Do it.
Totally.
Trust me, it would
iTunes
not.
and everything.
Nah, it would not make the mega mix.
One man's crap is another man's gold.
Yes.
There's an album of your new album name. Look, and then of course the song that came out last night,
My Way.
My Way,
Yeah.
dealing with a very, very interesting topic. You were
You were the one thing in my
the
way.
one
it's
thing in
called.
my way.
Yeah.
You know what? It's something we've all dealt with in our lives when it comes to not only human interaction, but business interaction, whatever.
Yeah.
And it speaks to you. But it's another song that's not the happiest of stories.
No way.
But the music in this one isn't extremely happy, though. You do tend to lean the music to a more of a darker spot here.
It's, you know, we're coming into the winter.
Oh, is that what it is?
Seasonal affective disorder
It's sad.
of music.
It's sad tropical.
So there's an elephant in the room.
There is.
Yes.
I saw a dog.
The picture of your nude body. Wearing Armani underwear.
Wow.
Look at that big, there's a big elephant trunk in the room. Now, look, you know what? You love music, and that's what brought you here.
Of course.
So when pictures of you wearing Armani underwear splayed out like this, like
Yeah.
a sexy boy come out, do you get embarrassed by this? Is this really what your mission is, or is this just something for fun?
Just jokes, innit? The only reason I did that is because it was after a long run of, you know, very blessed success in music. I was like, what else am I going to do? And then that offer came in, I was like, well, that's ridiculous. There's no chance that I would ever do that. And then I thought about it, and I was like, that's exactly why I should do it.
Exactly.
Now, be honest. How much working out extra did you do before you took those pictures?
So much. I did like twice a day.
Oh, my Lord.
A long time.
So if you
Yeah.
peeled off, we wouldn't see this body right now.
I ain't
Oh,
Zac
go
Efron,
ahead.
dude. I ain't Zac Efron. I don't look like that.
Take your shirt off.
Nope.
Take it
Nope,
off.
that's not me.
Well, but okay, you know what I do? When we have guests that we really love on the show, we like to take what you do in your life and apply it to our own.
Right.
So what you just told us is when you think in your brain you shouldn't be doing something, but your heart says go do it, and the fun factor says go do it, go do it.
That's living.
That's living.
That's living, period, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I've, you know, thinking about even just my career over the past 10 years, I've definitely taken risks that adhere to that whole thing.
Well, you know,
It's like, just do something and work it out. If it doesn't work out, then at least you tried, you know. It's not living if you're stuck in a situation that's safe, ever.
your music definitely has a signature sound to it, in my opinion. People hear it. Do you get
Yeah.
surprised at what people hear sometimes?
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
yeah.
you'd spend hours and hours and hours on one song,
Mm-hmm.
maybe days or weeks, and then you may say to yourself, well, they'll never know that I put this over there and this over here.
Yeah,
and then they say, hey, I heard what you did there.
Yeah, I hide things in everything. I hide other people's voices.
Do you
I hide-
really?
Yeah, like in almost every track, there's a voice from a track in the previous.
Oh,
Almost
really?
everything. Yeah, I just hide little bits, and it might just be like an effect, like treated thing in the background. But
Something that no one would ever figure
as long
out.
as I know that it's there, that makes me laugh.
How do you feel that you push yourself to do something different? Like, what is something like you're kind of afraid to do, or you're thinking about doing? You're tinkering around with it in your mind, but you haven't done it yet.
I always think about singing, and then every 2 years I force myself to do it.
No, you're forcing yourself to do it.
Forcing is the wrong word. Every 2 years I come around to the idea and I feel like I've got something that's good enough and that I sound good on. You know, that's very rare.
Do you like to sing, or is it
Very privately,
okay?
like literally in a room on my own, just trying to nail it.
So you
but-
have to wait for a song that you think would fit for your voice and vice versa.
Yeah, because I'm not a performer. I mean, look at me, I ain't a performer. But I like the texture that I get sometimes.
Okay, so in Feel So Close and Summer, and of course now My Way, you put your voice on these particular cuts. Why on these cuts was it important for your voice to be on them? You're never really into your voice that much.
It's been the same every time. Is that I can't imagine someone else singing them like I really can't. I couldn't imagine. I was looking for someone for Feel So Close for the longest time. I couldn't think of who would do that apart from like an old country singer or something. Like I didn't think that no one on like songs like that. Only I really know how they should be sung. I think so. I just do it myself.
If you weren't you, but you heard that song and that voice, do you like that guy's voice you just heard?
Yeah, I think that guy's voice is
He's okay.
legit. Yeah, no, I like the tone.
Okay.
I like the way it was produced.
Let's talk about it. What does the song mean to you?
It's like I said, it's breaking out of a situation. It's kind of been a concept I thought of the concept years ago. Like I thought of the concept when I left Safeway.
Safeway with a grocery store, right?
Yeah.
You're working at a grocery store.
Yeah.
And you said, enough of this.
Yeah, well, I was trying to move to London. I was working in this store in Scotland. I was trying to go down and make music for a living, but I couldn't because I didn't have any money. I was like, damn, this grocery store. Like, if I could break out of this, I could have enough time to work on music and get good.
So you were kind of blaming the grocery store for standing in your way.
Pretty much.
But the entire time you had the power to walk out the front doors of the Safeway.
Yeah, but you think that, you know, it's hard to get a job in my town, you know. You get brainwashed into thinking that's as good as you're going to get. And then you have to realize that actually it's a whole world out there. But, when you're stuck in that situation, you can't see that. You don't think you're going to become anything.
Right.
Right? So it's really just that. So that was just a concept that's in the back of my mind, but I have no idea how to put that into words until very recently.
And again, and before you walk out the door, I just want to remind everyone, the things that Calvin's talking about, we can all experience in our lives. You can find a way to apply it. I think it would be a shame for you to walk out and we consider this just an interview about you and your music, because you were talking about a guy, a man here who has a life, who is naked in Armani underwear.
Yeah. By the way, we had that printed out even before we knew you were coming in. It's just like a thing that we have.
Great. I love
Anyway,
that.
I mean, there's just so much more to you than your music, but that's what your music is about, and that's the circle. That's what we have to understand about what an artist is about, and that's why we love it when you visit us. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Pleasure.
My Way, it's out, the new single. Calvin Harris.